Hi, this is Drew with Daniels Ag Services with your morning report. Markets finished up mixed yesterday. You had corn and beans higher while wheat was lower. Beans were pretty significantly higher. They're up over 24 cents yesterday in November. Got some weather concerns, some dryness in the 6 to 10 day forecast really supporting that market. And short covering as well. You get a little dryness in the forecast, and the market was pretty short going into that, and so some short covering definitely is going to spur a rally, and we were 24.25 cents higher yesterday in November. A little lower so far today, a little bit of a turnaround Tuesday going on. Not surprising as high as we jumped up yesterday. We did get crop progress out yesterday, so let's take a look at that. All right, so we are going to first go over good to excellent ratings, then we'll go over silking, blooming, and then headed, and then over here we'll go over doing, setting pods, and then winter wheat harvest. So corn good to excellent ratings actually dropped 1% this week, came in at 75%. Beans dropped 2%, came in at 71%, and wheat came in unchanged from last week at 70%. The trade was really expecting corn and beans to come in right around where they were last week, unchanged. It actually did drop a little bit. They're still high compared to last year in the 5-year average. So maybe that's why we are just seeing a turnaround Tuesday and not high like we were yesterday. Even though we were a little lower than what the market was expecting. It's because the crop's so far ahead of development than it was, say, last year and the previous years. And the ratings are still really good. So that's probably why we're not continuing higher this morning. That and there's some good rains forecasted a couple weeks out. So as far as corn silking, came in at 78%. It's a 22% increase from last week. Soybeans blooming, 76%, 16% increase. And then wheat headed came in, and spring wheat headed came in at 93%. That's a 9% increase from last week. Then corn doing came in at 17%. That's 1% over the 5-year average. Beans setting pods came in at 38%. That's a 19% increase from last week. And then winter wheat harvested came in at 83%. That's an 8% increase from last week. So corn doing, that's versus the 5-year average there. It's the first data we've gotten on this, so that's why we're comparing it to the 5-year average. So other than that, we went over the crop progress here, a little lower today. We did get some export sales announced today. 147,000 metric tons of corn to Colombia, and then also 135,000 metric tons of bean meal to unknown. Both of those were for 2014, 2015, so new crop sales. Continuing to roll in as prices are lower here. We'll have to see if that continues to pick up. As it's probably likely due to the fact that we're much more competitively priced. And right now, U.S. beans out of the Gulf are cheaper than they are in South America, so we could see some continued demand from China on that front, as they have been pretty big buyers of new crop lately. So other than that, that's all we've got today. Again, a little bit of a turnaround Tuesday. A little dry in the 6 to 10, but after that, some decent rains are forecast. Temps aren't extreme right now. They're pretty cool. In Chicago, on my way to work this morning, it was 61 degrees. So definitely doesn't feel like July of last year or years past. Cooler summer, therefore lack of rain not as big of a deal, plus soil moisture is pretty good. So we'll have to see if this rally can be sustained. Not so far this morning on the turnaround, and some maybe a little bit of profit taking from yesterday. But that's all we've got for today. If you've got any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow.
This material is conveyed as a solicitation for entering into a derivatives transaction. This material has been prepared by Daniels Ag Services broker who provides research, market commentary, and trade recommendations as part of his or her solicitation for accounts and solicitation for trades. Daniels Ag Services, its principals, brokers, and employees may trade in derivatives for their own accounts or for the accounts of others. Due to various factors such as risk tolerance, margin requirements, trading objectives, short-term versus long-term strategies, technical versus fundamental market analysis, and other factors, such trading may result in the initiation or liquidation of positions that are different from or contrary to the opinions and recommendations contained therein. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future performance. The risk of loss in trading futures contracts or commodity options can be substantial, and therefore investors should understand the risks involved in taking leveraged positions and must assume responsibility for the risks associated with such investments and for their results. You should carefully consider whether such trading is suitable for you in light of your circumstances and financial resources. You should read the risk disclosure accessed at www.danielsagservices.com. Daniels Ag Services is not affiliated with, nor does it endorse any trading system, newsletter, or similar service. Daniels Ag Services does not guarantee or verify any performance claims made by such systems or services.